What's going on today, guys? A little bit of a different kind of thing that I want to start doing. I want to do story times with Thomas, you know. I want to do, like, just things that have happened to me, you know, funny stories, bullshit stories, you know, get you guys to know me a little bit better, you know, just, you know, build that bit of a family kind of thing. But today's story is how I got 3 tickets in 3 different cars, 3 different states, and wrecked 2 of those cars. So how it all started was I was in my Volkswagen. I have a 2013 GTI that I kind of sort of use as my truck. You know, it's the hatchback. I can fit the most things out of all 3 of my cars, the drift car and then this 5.0. And side note, sorry if the audio's bad, because I don't have mufflers on this car and it's probably pretty drony. I was coming down from, okay, so actually I was with my girlfriend of the time in Texas, because I used to live in Texas, and I used to work at a Chevy dealership, and I was an apprentice technician there. And I went to her house for lunch one day, and on the way back from lunch, there's this like 3-way intersection, like a T kind of thing, and I was going straight, and there's a gas station like over to the right. And I was looking in the gas station, you know, just doing normal car guy things, just looking for cars. And I saw this yellow RS4, or it was some kind of Audi, and it just looked cool, clean, super clean, lowered wheels, you know, splitter, stuff like that. But I was looking at that, and I was like, oh shit, that's a nice car. And then I saw that it was lady driven, and me being a guy, that perked my interest even more. But the stoplight decided to turn red, and everybody else decided to stop, except your boy. So I'm going probably about just like 20, 25, somewhere around there. And this poor older lady in a Nissan Xterra, and I just plow right into the end of her, or the back of her car. And I mean, I'll throw some pictures up right about now, but my car was toasted. It was done. The hood was all bent up. My Volkswagen grill emblem was like on the side of the fucking road. I needed a new bumper, cracked a headlight, needed a new hood, needed a new core support. Surprised it didn't fuck up my radiator. During all of this, I was planning on coming up to where I currently live now, Phoenix area, Prescott Valley. And I dealt with that. I got a ticket, you know, for inattentive driving or something, just not paying attention, basically. And I'm going, you know, I'm living my life as per usual. I work at a dealership with an auto body shop, so I limped the Volkswagen back over. A couple of my co-workers that were also on lunch came over, stopped by, and checked and see if I was okay. And if any of you guys are watching this, shout out to you guys, especially you, Rudy. Appreciate it. But so I just go about my day, basically, get home from work, you know, start worrying about the trip and shit. Or actually, I get a rental car before I go home, right? My insurance covers rental cars and all that, because I'm paying off the Golf I still owe on it. So I have the rental car insurance or whatever. So like if I wreck a car, I get a rental car. So I get a rental car from Enterprise, Interstate. The one with the green emblem. I don't fucking know. But so I get that, and you know, I'm driving that for about 2 weeks. week and a half or so, and I'm still planning on going up to Prescott. I still have the time off for it, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go up. I call the rental company, and I'm like, hey, is it okay if I go up to Prescott or if I go through multiple states with my rental car? They're like, yeah, as long as you bring it back in one piece. Foreshadowing. So that was my one ticket in Texas, where I was living at the time. And the next week, so let's say I got in that accident in the Volkswagen, my Volkswagen, on a Thursday or Friday, right? That Monday, or the next Monday, in the rental car, I went up. I left for Prescott. I left for Arizona, and everything's fine. It's about a 18-hour drive or so, and I'm impatient. I just want to get it over with, right? So I get through Texas, and I lived around Houston, so I had to go all the way through Texas. And I left early in the morning on the Monday, and so I spent that whole day getting through just Texas alone, and around nighttime, I get to New Mexico, and I'm going the northern route, so I'm passing through Albuquerque, and I fall asleep at the wheel in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Fall asleep at the wheel, and I don't understand how I really did, but because it was, it was 1 or 2 in the morning, and there was still a little bit of traffic. Albuquerque's pretty big in New Mexico, one of the bigger cities, and I fall asleep in traffic in New Mexico, or Albuquerque, and yet again, I rear end another Nissan. So that's what woke me up. I rear-ended the truck, the Nissan Titan, the previous generation, and pull over. I'm not a big baby, but I've never felt so far away from my home or from where my friends are, or anything like that. I never felt so alone in my life, I guess you could say. So I get all of that dealt with, and get yet another ticket for falling asleep at the wheel. The rental car had a coolant leak somewhere. I think I cracked the radiator, but it drove from Albuquerque to around Phoenix perfectly fine, no problem at all. So whatever, I guess. I get to Prescott, having a good time, before I get to Prescott, I pull over, sleep for an hour and a half, and then get back on the road. And it's morning by this time, I think, because it was about 2 or 3 hours dealing with the police and all that stuff, trading insurance information, making sure the people in the other car were okay, and no one got injuries in either of these accidents. Pull over, get some sleep, start heading to Arizona again, and everything's going perfect at this point. I traded in I had a Chevy Cruze, and my rental car was a Chevy Cruze. I traded it in for a Hyundai Sonata or something like that, or Toyota Camry, one of the 4-door sedans, the mid-size sedans or whatever. So traded in for that, and that's what I'm driving around while I'm up in Prescott. I'm having a good time, and I start, I say my goodbyes. I hang out with my friends the whole week, say my goodbyes, and I start to head back. And at this point, some of you guys may know that there was the Mare fire going on. And again, my condolences go out to all of the families that lost property or lost their house or anything like that. But so I'm going through Mare, and if any of you have ever gone from Prescott to Phoenix, Mare's right in the middle, and the speed limit drops, and it goes from a 65 to a 55 guess I don't slow down enough, because this officer, never caught his name, don't really care for him. He was a bit of a dick. But pulls me over, you know, I'm in a Hyundai Sonata. I could have put that bitch in sport mode and just fucking ran, and obviously would have gotten away, you know. The Sonata has enough power to get away from the new Chevy Tahoe police interceptors. But he pulls me over and blah blah blah, you know, during the fire you should be slowing down, and how bad my like 5 miles an hour over the speed limit actually was. Yeah, by the way, I was doing like 60 in a 55, and that's what he pulled me over for. And then whenever he gave me my ticket, he actually wrote on the ticket that I was doing 60 in a 50 instead of 60 in a 55, which he previously said, and where he radared me. But it's fine, because I've already paid for it, and it was about 2 years ago. But yeah, after that, I got back on the road, got all the way back to Texas, no problems. I wasn't an idiot. I actually pulled over once or twice and slept. You know, I wasn't risking it at that point, because that was 3 tickets in the course of like a week and a half. So I wasn't fucking around with that anymore, and I did not want another ticket. But yeah, hope you guys find that funny. In the moment, it was honestly, that was probably like the best / worst week of my life, because I got to see my friends and all of that, and that's what made me move out here from Texas, because I hated Texas and I needed to get the hell out, and thank God that I did, because I absolutely love it. I'm living in Phoenix right now. I'm only an hour and a half away from my current girlfriend and my best friend of like 11 or 12 years now, and it's just, life's going great. You know, everything since my mom moved out here, everything's looking up for me. You know, things are just going great for me. But yeah, tell me what you guys think of the story times. Tell me if you find them entertaining, if I should keep doing them. You know, leave a like if you're interested, dislike them if this was just boring bullshit talk that you didn't give a shit about. Just tell me what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and you guys have yourselves a great day. See you in the next one.